And you see, look, my success trade is in the green right now, even though I ate a 20-cent spread. Like I was saying, it's kind of like a hedge because the more this works, the less this is going to work. But I felt like they both could possibly work because when I took the trade, I seen like the semis topping out, but Apple was under VWAP and looking like it wanted to break out. But now, if we start seeing a huge sell off here, I'm gonna go ahead and cut Apple and size up into Nvidia. I think has earnings coming, so I mean, if their earnings is bad, or word gets out, you feel me, or something like that, they possibly, but both of them could possibly work because the semis would sell off. And look, Success is getting up here to VWAP, having trouble. Notice, Nvidia was selling off the VWAP and trying to bounce. So they're basically, obviously they're correlated. It's the inverse. You feel me? I gotta make sure I'm not live streaming. I ain't gonna lie, bro. The 4-monitor setup. Bro, is the truth. And I didn't have enough space at first. But what I did was I flipped one of my big monitors like vertical and put it in portrait mode. Like, bro, now I got 2 option chains. And look, market tanking. That's why my sock sell trade is in the green. Look, even though the market's tanking so heavy, look what Apple's doing. It's not tanking that much. So that's what makes me think they both could work. You feel me? But you would think because you have one bearish position and one bullish position, they're the complete opposite. And it kind of is. It's like a hedge. But there's a slight possibility that the semi sell off, but because Apple was trailing, it could still run up. And right now, like my success rate is like deep in the money. I could go ahead and close it out, but if the market's gonna keep tanking like this, I might as well stay in it. And I don't know why my transfer hasn't hit my account yet. Like it's supposed to be 1 business day. Like, why do I have AMD open on 2 charts? Right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put let's check out AMC, see what the apes are doing. I mean, AMC freaking got up to $8. Now see, look, this is what I'm talking about. Look, the market's tanking, right? Which is good. The overall market's tanking, which is good for my success play. I'm up 12% on it. But with all this tanking, look what Apple's doing. Apple's like maintaining its support here. And that's kind of why I took that trade like that. It doesn't really, I mean, at the surface, it doesn't make sense to be bearish on some large caps, but also have a bullish position in. Look at this price action. Look, these are tanking. This is going deep in the money now. But even though these are tanking, this, like, my Apple play is holding this support right here. And it looks like it's like what, 147.90s? We'll just put 147.9. Yeah, 147.90. See, this is where I have to be careful at, because now the overall market is like at the bottom of a range and trying to bounce. You feel me? So this is where we got to be careful, because see, look, as the market starts to bounce, this starts to get weak. So I might go ahead and lock in my gains on that. You feel me? Let's go ahead and lock in gains, because we're not in it for home runs. We're in it for base hits. Look, but see? So we got the spine and Qs at the bottom of the range, looking like they want to bounce, but look at these wicks. Look at the wick on top. Look at the wick. And look, this thing's going up. So now the success position is, I'm up 15% on it. But see, it's getting weak. Now, the market's trying to bounce right here at the bottom of the range. But so I might go ahead and lock in. Now I'm only up 12%. You know what I mean? See how this thing's looking weak? It's holding VWAP though. But look, I'm about to go ahead and lock in. All right, let's lock in. All right, we locked in those gains. Looks like the market's about to bounce. If it does, now we give Apple a chance to, because now if the market bounces, now I believe it has enough strength for Apple to get over VWAP and give me some upside action. See that? And we got some bouncing coming in. Let's go ahead and put Apple up top, and we'll put success down here just to keep our eye on it to show us what it would have did. But look, you can see it rejecting off that 120, and that's why I like to use the 120. Look, success got over VWAP, got up to this 120, and rejected decent. And now look, I took my gains on success. I made 15%, and also got success open over here on my other chart. I'm gonna put it on the 10-minute. Dude, that thing like has a gap on it. Look at success on the 10-minute. What happened to the space right here? I mean, just little shit like that. I mean, there be misprints. See, look, and this was the play I was talking about. Look, I grabbed my socks. I grabbed some success calls down here at the bottom of the range, rode them up here, and got out. You feel me? It's a price target. Bottom of the range to the 120 or to VWAP. You feel me? That's a nice little move right there. You don't have to get in them and stay in it and like swing them. You feel me? Again, it's all about base hits. And think about it. Even though I ate a 20-cent spread on the contracts, I still made 12 or 15%, something like that. And you know, sometimes like what I noticed is like sometimes you have to be willing to eat that spread, because otherwise you're not going to get in the trade. And if you know, like if it's a setup, A plus setup, you know what I mean? A high probability trade, like I feel like if it's a high probability trade and a good setup, like a A or A plus setup, then it shouldn't matter if you eat a little bit of spread, if you have a little bit of slippage. You feel me? Because if it's a good setup, that little bit of slippage isn't going to matter. But I locked in gains, expecting success and basically the semis to get up here to success to get up here and reject, or the possibility of that happening. And once I seen it getting weak up here at the 120, I just locked in.